Bon voyage, 47. Welcome to Santa Fortuna, Colombia. We have intel that the Syndicate is present in the area. Find the person and... well, you know the drill. Good luck, 47.
Wrong with you, woman? I'm just asking for a little fun. You, me.
Say what? Oh. This stuff. But
looking sharp.
No te quiero aburrir. I could recommend a few books if you wanted to rush. Cracked by water, Hitchcock by
has already proposed moving the race. Oh, I love this photo. Rico and the hippo when he...
I adopted Rico the hippo after his mother was shot. This guy nicknamed him.
I love this photo. Rico and the hippo.
Who's gonna clean that up, huh? Mother doesn't work here, mijo. Eh? Hey.
I know! Hey! Stop joking that person! What are you... Ouch!
Okay. What's that going on? Okay, continue. Time to step up. It's go time.
Do I need to get out of here?
Yeah.
Let's just go for a drive or something.
Fishmongers to bring an order to the...
Sorry, Jefe, but I'm in the middle of something and you need to leave. Please.
Hey, don't touch that, mister.
I'm gonna take you out, you knucklehead! Not the face! Anywhere!
Where is Alta? We're letting him play head games with us.
Enough, Chata. You got that? I need backup. Get him what this is it. Anyone?
Member eliminated. Well done, 47. Return to the safe house. Collect yourself. I'll be in touch. Excellent work back there, 47. Let me know when you're ready to continue. I'll be waiting. Bon voyage, 47. Welcome to Paris. We have been informed that the Syndicate is currently in operation here. But you know what to do. You know what to do, 47.
What's the status of the floor? Security.
What's up? Invitees only. Do you have yours?
What the hell is a bare-knuckle boxer? What? The sanguine boss, Novikov. He asked if I could...
What do you think you're doing? Hey!
Get back to work.
Look out more. It's okay.
Yeah, you won't think...
Why are these dead bodies all over?
Knocking it in.
Excellent work, 47. You've spread fear within the Syndicate.
Command, this is Big Dog.
Well, everyone's dead. Available. You've got a gimme pick waiting, so get in the game.
If you're struggling with the new Hitman Freelancer mode, arguably the greatest thing has ever done in the game, it's important to understand some lesser-known mechanics to help you succeed. Before we get into that, though, if you're just looking for a way to cheese through this new mode, then all you have to do is close the game either before the end of a round or before you die, and you won't lose a thing. That means Alt F4 on PC, or closing the game on your console, and you'll get another attempt at the contract next time you load your save. It also means you're free to experiment with what you can get away with whenever the shit hits the wind. Now, if you are actually looking
It's
for
me.
some tips and
I
strategies,
hope you're okay.
let's start off with
You took a
If
few
one of your
hits
levels
back
to
there,
churn
but
for,
I
it's
know
important to
you'll be back
understand
on
how
your
to gain
feet.
XP. More
So get well soon, and we can get back to work. You can now gain access to a new area in the safe house.
Your focus should be on getting as many nurses as necessary to increase your gear collection. Don't spend too much time trying to take out all the couriers roping out of the way safes. Ultimately, once we get also be sure to take out any assassins or lookouts whenever possible, as they'll actually yield you more XP at the end of the round. And tendency is to try to avoid or either win and take out civilians or execute the wrong suspect. So you'll often have a much easier time with things without the best sequence time, limiting any obstacles forcefully. Next, let's delve into what NPCs can see and hear, as you'll need to exploit these mechanics heavily in order to succeed in every single contract. Whenever you need to use an unsilenced weapon, you can ensure no nearby NPCs can hear you with the two doors. If you and your nearest NPC are separated by at least 2 closed doors, they won't be able to hear a gunshot from your current position. Distractions are also useful for luring NPCs towards you, which they will investigate soon if they didn't see you throw a particular item in their vicinity. You can exploit this by running behind them after investigating the initial distraction, then tossing another item over their head to get them to move forward. Also be sure to note the question mark above their heads if you want to distract them again without losing their attention. Wait 1 second after it disappears before tossing the next one. As far as vision goes, the NPCs do have a cone of vision of approximately 90 degrees, though you might as well believe it to be a full 180 if you want to be on the safe side. To exploit their vision, use what I call the 3-wall rule. Whenever you need to shoot at something or several NPCs, reduce their cone of vision by using visual obstructions like doors or walls to your left, to your right, and behind you. As long as they never see the source of the disturbance, you won't clear. If you're a new player, try to avoid killing areas in Colorado, as it's almost impossible to completely block NPC vision without getting spotted in outside areas. And given that every NPC on the map is armed, you're in for a bad time if you make a mistake. If you're taking a contract with several targets, there are some optimal ways to speed things along. If you don't have to worry about objectives like hide all bodies or no bodies found, grab the explosive phone for an easy elimination. The medics are the next sure bet to reduce the target population, as using a remote gas grenade in conjunction with the super dodge will yield you 3 easy accent kills. The gas grenade is extremely useful whenever a target is in a populated area, as you can either bring a large weapon like a sniper rifle or a star lab with a briefcase, or you can use your map to find the briefcase nearby. Note that most, but not all maps, have briefcases hidden somewhere for your purpose. Conceal the gas grenade into the briefcase and you find yourself a great way
You've done well, 47. We now have information on the Syndicate leader's current whereabouts.
Using a single item like a gas grenade.
Yeah.
I've provided you with new intel.
Oh, I'm sure 100% likelihood you'll receive the same item as your reward allowing for free medic pacifications for every contract. You have to be able to use available to use the free will for first target, so you can speed through the areas. Show that missions are a bit tricky when you're starting out as a freelancer. A further useful way of isolating your target from new prospects is to observe their meeting times. If your target has an intended meeting, for instance, you simply define one such prospective target who doesn't match the real suspect having the same kind of meeting. They knock them out and steal their phone. Once you have the correct meeting phone, you can then head to an extremely isolated area of the map to avoid the remaining prospects. This will give you time to set a trap and take out the leader away from prying eyes. Leading up to the showdown missions, you'll want to clear out any alerted areas first. Showdowns are not good to have in alerted areas, so think in advance at the start which map would be best for your showdown. Personally, I tend to go for open maps like Mendoza, easy access to 100%.
Have a good trip, 47.
NPCs have a hard time looking vertically. Sometimes you'll be given some really difficult objectives, or ones that will synergize with the others. In those cases, go with whichever ones will give you more XP. But in most cases, you're bound to get objectives that go together, with many of them related to traps or accidents. Trap objectives, and traps in general, are now accidents on the go, thanks to the newly
Welcome
added
to
oil
Benito
and water
Yates,
canisters.
Argentina.
Spilled oil pairs well with ignitables.
We have
like
managed to
big one
locate the
firework.
leader. However, their identity is unknown. So to assist you, I have some intel that might help you on your mission. But this is not going to be easy. Previous actions have put them on high alert, so you need to be tactical. On the other hand, we do know this. They are here to attend a business meeting. We also know that they have no hair. They are wearing a hat. They are wearing a necklace. And has a tattoo. As for characteristics, we know the target suffers from dehydration. And they like to read. Be it keeping up with the times or simply wanting to be inspired. I hope this will help. Be careful, 47.
Two types of explosive accidents that are extremely useful: lethal and concussive. Lethal use for pain tags and concussive use for executions. What is your favorite trap or accident genre so far in Freelancer? Let me know down below. Once you've acquired a decent sniper rifle collection, it's time to put them to use. On certain maps like Sapienza or Haven Island, sniping is often a great way to take out targets quickly. This is especially true if you're getting objectives related to sniping, as the game generally sets up some of the targets to be taken out from a distance. Even if you don't end up needing it, bringing along a sniper rifle still nets you a briefcase, which you can use to store medic grenades or other useful items. Once you level up your carry capacity enough, it's almost always a good idea to bring them along. Bananas are a unique item that customized placement.
Tell me you didn't.
Hello, sir.
Okay. I didn't forget the fellow torch.
Okay, you'll most likely not be super precise with this, so instead of trying to predict the target's path, place a coin just ahead of the banana so they'll absolutely walk over it. This trick also works great at rakes. Lastly, if things go tits up and you absolutely need to rampage your way out of a bad situation, you only have two options. Change your disguise immediately, or try to find a choke point where you can apply free wall. I'll be open, you're a sitting duck, but the AI is pretty dumb when it comes to flank you. You can find choke point and lay wait for the onslaught of guards, but be threatened no more. Hopefully you learned something here that helped you speed through the 100 levels of Freelancer. If you did, then click some buttons to help me out. Freelancer is easily peak Hitman. That's the most ingenuity the series has ever been. I've been playing the series for 23 years, and I'm really impressed with what IOI has been able to do here. It's endlessly engaging with the challenge with different objectives while simultaneously leveling up 47's expansive homestead. I'm absolutely thrown. What are your thoughts on it? And hopefully veteran or a new player. Let me know down in the comments. Thanks again for watching. See you in the next one.
Raid, Shadow Legend, play for free.
You sure you don't got something on you? Nothing gets past me, you better tell me.
Hitman challenge I have ever done. I'm going to beat Hitman Freelancer without being seen for a single frame. How is something like this even possible? Join me to find out. Here are the rules. Hitman Freelancer is a roguelike mode where you have to take down 4 randomly generated syndicates that get harder as they go. And at the end of each syndicate, there's a special boss mission. Ooh, fancy.
Okay.
There are a total of 18 missions, and I have to complete every single one.
Just checking out the strange sound.
Any map seeing me for 1 frame. I know someone sees me if this yellow arrow appears.
Anyone over there?
And I will
Answer
always
me.
be doing something illegal, like trespassing or holding out a gun to ensure every possible character on the map triggers this yellow arrow. Also, I could totally cheese this by just killing everyone without them seeing me. So, as another rule, I can only mess with non-targets using consumable items. So, tranq darts, explosives, or coins are allowed, but just strangling people or knocking them out with a crowbar. Good. Cool. Let's begin. Freelancer starts by choosing which syndicate to take down. You get to choose from 8 different crime organizations, each of which have different objectives, which I don't care about, and different maps, which I extremely care about. The reason this challenge is so difficult is because Freelancer spawns are entirely random, and most maps have at least some spawns that just put you in front of like a crowd of people, so I would just instantly get spawned. There are a few ways, but I started by memorizing the spawn location of every city and strategically choosing which map pool to pick from based on that info. I was so sweaty that I made a tier list for me to reference as I was playing to make it easy. For the first syndicate, I chose Isle of Scale, Colorado, and Whittleton. which are a fantastic map pool for reasons I'll get into soon. My first mission was on the Isle of Scale, and things were off to a great start. I got the best spawn, a sniper's nest overlooking a huge portion of the map, and even better, my target was close to a window I could shoot through. Unfortunately, he would actually never move to a position I could snipe him from on his own. However, by just shooting a couple random bullets into the building, it caused everyone to panic, including my target. After he calmed down, he walked back to his usual spot, right past the window, landing me an easy kill. However, killing my targets in this challenge is only half the battle. I'm spawning in some random part of these maps, oftentimes right in the middle, so escaping will almost always be just as hard, if not harder, than taking out my targets. This spawn was actually one of the easier escapes, but certainly not
Take a good look.
now, I shot a distraction
What do you
shot,
see?
making a couple guards
A monster?
turn around before climbing up into the helicopter. I had done this before in previous failed attempts at this challenge, so I had the route
You
fully
should take a
memorized.
good
But trust me when I say it took a lot of trial and error to figure this out. I need to secret 2 specific employees, making them get sick and walk away. Then I trank a guard and shoot a distraction shot. That way no one noticed the flame. Then I silently steal an entire
Trail of
fucking
carnage and
helicopter
destruction,
and fly
ending
away.
with the
They saw
partners
the
themselves.
helicopter,
And like
not
Redwoods,
me.
our
And honestly,
superior.
they probably didn't even see the helicopter either. So we count those. My next mission in Whittleton Creek was super easy. And after this mission, I'm not going to be covering like the super
This day
A bloody trail of carnage and destruction, ending with the partners
everything
themselves.
over and over, along with an edited version of the successful runs are up on a VOD channel I use for my daily Twitch stream. Now back to the mission. I spawned in an open area with nobody looking at me, hopped the fence, which gave me an angle on my target, allowing me to easily pop them in. Then I trained both trash workers to steal their clothes, which allows me to use their truck to leave. It was now time for the first boss mission, which I ensured took place on Colorado. To most players, this might seem like a terrible move, because Colorado is infamous for having tons of armed guards that make traversing the map extremely challenging. This is true, but Colorado is actually one of 2 maps that I knew for certain never spawned in the crowd. And while there are ways to manipulate this RNG that I couldn't use those strategies for the boss. But during this syndicate, my luck has been super good, so I didn't end up needing to use them until later in. Anyways, the guards on this map are just barely spread thin enough to tiptoe through their blind spots, but the timings are really good. And this is the final version of the mission I came up with. I start the level by shooting a precise distraction shot that causes both guards next to me to turn away, allowing me to dash to the right without getting spotted. Then, once the nearby patrol moves on, I can pick the lock, allowing me to safely pass the shop. I don't count him as seeing me since he's on my team, and obviously he knows I'm here. There's no way for him to
Bad
turn
luck,
the yellow
47.
arrow, so I figured
Failing the
if he
campaign has resulted in the
if I did
syndicate
care
going
about
into
it, I could've
hiding.
just trank-darted him
But
and
don't give
nothing
up.
would have changed.
I'm sure
Anyways,
your next
I did trank-dart a
execution
guy at
will
a
be
car to get
perfect.
past, and
Let
nobody
me know when
finds
you're
him
ready.
until I'm long gone. I wait in this very precise spot for some guards to move before making the 2 guards behind me sick. Then, once I'm nestled into the grass, I pull out my sniper and catch my target in the back of the head with a gate that's now completely devoid of guards thanks to those guards. Now you have a pretty basic understanding of the strategies I'll be using in the run, so from here on out, I'm only going to mention the more interesting levels or the more advanced strategies I had to use to complete this. For my second syndicate, I chose the maps Mendoza, Dartmoor, Mumbai, and New York, which were a much worse map. On top of the 4 pool, I got terrible luck. New York, the most challenging of the 4 maps, was an alerted territory with 3 targets. That means more guards and or cameras. And after checking the spawn, it was impossible to complete. There's no way to get out of this doorway without being spotted, and I don't have line of sight on any of my targets. It might be technically possible if I got perfect luck and used every consumable I had, but then after that, I probably wouldn't be able to escape anyways. So it was time to start doing some RNG manipulation. Every time you complete or fail a mission in Freelancer, your spawn and targets on every other mission get shuffled to be completely new. So, since New York is impossible in its current state, by completing a different mission and coming back, it could be possible next time. The mission I chose to complete was Mumbai, since it was the next worst map on my list, and the spawn wasn't ideal, but it was passable, so I played it out. It was a pretty standard mission. The only notable thing I discovered was that this guy in a chair is a trank guards. I don't know why. Anyways, I completed the level, I checked New York, and sure enough, it's impossible again. That was worrying, but I moved on to Mendoza. Mendoza was pretty interesting. I actually only needed to use one trank guard. The rest was just tight guard. I spawned into the map in the shrine, which is easily the best possible option. Then, I scaled the cliff slowly as the guards shuffled around, ensuring I was never spotted. Right as the patrol turns away, I jump into the grass outside the villa and climb onto the roof, giving me an angle of 2 of my targets. Once they're dead, I catch a very tight timing with every guard looking away and hop down the way I can. As a quick side note, these levels might look easy, but almost every single one took a minimum of 5 or 6 attempts. And the number was only so low because I had 2 runs that I got totally locked out of as a result of bad luck, and definitely not because I ran into a bomb, so I had plenty of practice. With my targets handled, escaping on Mendoza is quite easy. By making my way to the guard by the exit, and the level is done. Unfortunately, the second syndicate was a worst-case scenario. Red alert, raising alarm. Once again, my spawn on New York is impossible, meaning I have no choice but to save it for the final syndicate and just pray.
I'll be in touch when you reach your destination.
And this is easily the best map in the whole game. Every spawn is completely isolated, with very long sight lines that make sniping free. On top of this, there's not very many guards on the outside of the map, so it's easy to navigate. I just walked right up to my target, popped them, and walked right out. And then it was on to the
Welcome to Thornbridge Manor. The Syndicate is currently operating in the area. Find them and eliminate. You know what to do, 47.
The right description, and that's the person you're actually supposed to kill. I probably should have said this in the first part of the video, but here we go. Luckily, I got an okay spawn in the very basement. It's not good, but at least I can read it. After lots of recon, I figured out that I also got the worst possible target. Ooh, it was the only one.
Gotta dig this place. Ancestral graveyard, trophy room, and the office safe is hidden behind a portrait with a secret mechanism.
No matter what I did, I don't get spotted or run out. So, to save this run, I needed to get it. It took a lot of trial and error, but this is the final route I came up with. After spawning, I put an embedded grenade in a suitcase. This way, I could pass it to 2 guards, preventing me from leaping and make them both sick. Now that I was free of my spawn location, I destroyed some cameras before tossing an explosive duck towards a nearby guard. Then, as he picks it up,
what are you?
I make him sick. Because of the fact that the other 2 guards are also sick, my targets are meaning this guard, at the very bottom of the map, has to walk the entire thing upstairs to the furthest right next to my target. So, as he walks by my target taking a smoke break, I detonate them, killing them. Quick enough, the banks start panicking because of one. So, I had to wait for everyone to calm down. The only possible exit required parking in a long area of building. However, the guard I just blew up also so I had to wait for this lady to finish complaining. Then I snuck into the safe area to steal the car keys. With the keys in hand, I went back to the rest. The guards from earlier are back, but they can't see me stealing this bank truck. They probably think it's an employee crime. Or maybe a ghost. Stop asking questions. Next syndicate. I had some pretty decent luck with my map this time. We got China, Dartmoor, Dubai, Mendoza, and overall the syndicate wasn't so bad, but I did have to incorporate one child giving up. At this point in the syndicate, we got and my spawn on Mendoza and China were extremely difficult and impossible. So I put China right next to the exit, so I walked out legally. Okay, normally I wouldn't do this sort of thing, spirit of the run, blah blah blah, but this is absolutely not. There's no way to reset my RNG to make this possible, and if I just do the syndicate is almost certainly going to. Eventually, I would get very lucky on the run, so it's like holding a coin and hoping it heads 10 times. After months, I would have succeeded, but this took days as is, so I don't know. Anyway, thanks to that RNG manipulation, I got good Mendoza. And I think this goes to illustrate just how much easier Dartmoor is than any other map, especially for the boss. The boss targets generally wander way more of the map than the random missions, giving me even greater opportunity to snipe. This time, I didn't have to after a few minutes of just standing where I spawned, my target decided to just and I picked the wall
Syndicate member eliminated. Well done, 47.
that, I was free to leave and move on to the final syndicate. For my final syndicate, my maps were China, Hokkaido, New York, Colorado, I got straight to business handling the most difficult map of them. Like, items feel just terrible. And even the best one is pretty difficult to escape. The sightlines are short, the map is densely populated, there's cameras everywhere, and hardly any item. It sucks. I did get the best spot, which was good, but it actually ended up being a very puzzle-like one. The problem is the fact that I could immediately snipe my target. Right, one target is a guard who never moves, so easy. But the other is a patient who, from what I can tell, is only vulnerable to being sniped for a few seconds, about a minute before. If I miss that chance, it'd be almost impossible to kill him. That should be a But the problem arises in the fact that after I kill both of these targets, the guards will automatically run to the location.
Yeah, hey bro.
Just hide it. So there are multiple patrolling guards in the area, and there's nowhere to hide unless I get past them. But no, stupid, it's still not that easy. If I trank them early and run past, the guards that sprint to my location will wake them up, and they'll see me while they continue their patrol. A lot of the time, they would get spotted before that by the guards as well. I'm sure you're starting to see the predicament. But after about 2 hours of trial and error, I found a solution. Right as the mission starts, I shoot some cameras, tossing my briefcase into a very specific spot, and trank darting the 2 guards beneath them. Something it takes exactly 23 seconds. Kill 2 more guards. They weren't killed, they were woken up the unconscious guards, and the icicle is single use, so I didn't care. The briefcase caused another guard to swap the dead guards. This is your jerky, back to location when I made the place. Then, I built my targets, hit the head down,
Hotel book. Car packed, all ready to go when I come to call.
This gives you the freedom
You'll want to have a look? Copy that.
Into the sauna, and I can shoot the
Well done, 47. This will surely be a blow to the Syndicate. Return to the safe house. Collect yourself. I'll be in touch.
I doubt that's true, though. He was here when the safe man Carlisle was repaired last week. He had to carry some heavy bomb from the top floor.
And then I got a mission way harder. We're going back to
I'll never get how the rich do things.
All this fuss for a pretend funeral.
And why not do a photo shoot? Because we're all gathered.
So I decided to just work. I had 4 targets who were all across the bay, and this level seems ridiculous. This spawn is so I just can't get out. So I was forced to remove it, which is suitable, so very right after the mission starts. And showed the 2 people having a pleasant conversation with red case number 1. We're hiding in a bin. Unlike when I do this right now, I'm busy eating available real estate. On the target, hit it, and kill him as he's trying to flee before it goes right back to my mom. Another specific civilian, plus a guard as a bonus, and dropping yet another one. I promise this is building to something. I didn't just snap yet. Once everyone has calmed down, I sniped 2 more targets who wandered close by, and Sam with me went back in the bin for 2 minutes. I repeated the chandelier thing a few times.
Good work. If you feel like it, you can now redecorate a bit.
Take that! Yeah. Oh, good. Let's go gambling. Oh, dang it. Oh, dang it.
Safe journey, 47. Welcome to Ambrose Island. Syndicate members are currently in the area. Find them and take them down. You know what to do, 47.
Hello. Got it. Aka's not gonna get any friendlier if she calls a meeting and I keep her waiting.
Hey,
Yes, sir.
you've been...
Good.
Something ain't right down here. Stand by while I investigate. What the fuck? Ah, man, this sucks. Got it!
committed his murder tonight.
This is the worst place to get lost. I look like a goddamn tourist.
Yeah, he's been easy to deal with, huh? Find out what that was. I hear you.
Excellent work, 47. You've spread fear within the Syndicate.
Man, tagging and tagging. Hey, what the hell are you doing? Don't strangle me.
Somebody's firing away! Move it!
Understood.
You lazy hard! Flush the badges out! Anybody copy? No sign of any pup. Moving on.
Great to see you. Hello.
Stay on your guard. There's no telling how this will shake out.
Okay, you need to go back to where you came from.
Hey, are you into biochemistry at all?
This place.
Huh? Okay.
Listen, you're gonna end up getting hurt like this.
Make sure you're hydrating.
Right! Whoa!
Huh?
Whoa!
Hey!
Syndicate member eliminated. Well done, 47. Get back to the safe house. I'll be in touch.
Suppose I am.
I'm doing my thesis about new applications for biotoxins native to Ambrose Island. If you find any unique frogs or flowers nearby, could you bring them to me?
Find him!
You copy, Command? Still looking. No sign of the perp.
Command, understood. Containing scene and setting up perimeter.
I'm doing my thesis about new applications for biotoxins native to Ambrose Island. If you find any unique frogs or flowers nearby, could you bring them to me? I'll be happy to share the results of my research with you.
Sounds promising.
That's what my advisor says. He said he had somewhere to be, but he got into my personal research stash. I hope it wasn't urgent.
Here.
Your side. Oh, this little guy excretes a powerful emetic gas from its... Well, you don't want to know that part. Here. Oh, quite the souvenir, eh? Just don't crack the glass.
Oh.
It's...
Yeah, I see you. Sell art?
Damn.
Pacing around like a tiger in a cage earlier.
Good work back there. The Syndicate took a serious blow, but there is still much work to get done. Recuperate and prepare for your next assignment. You've done well, 47. We now have information on the Syndicate leader's current whereabouts. I've provided you with new intel. I'll be in touch when you reach your destination. Welcome to Santa Fortuna, Colombia. Good work, 47. We finally tracked down the Syndicate leader's whereabouts. However, we do not know the exact identity of the target, so you'll have to do some recon. Nevertheless, we do know this. They are here to attend a business meeting. We also know that they have black hair, they are wearing a hat, they are wearing a necklace, and has a tattoo. We also know that the target suffers from dehydration, and they smoke. Use these traits to your advantage. Don't disappoint, 47. Good luck.
Gosh darn it.
Hey, what's up? Man, sit down, relax. The universe will correct itself.
Right? I know, man. I've been like smuggling this cocaine through here around the world, right? I need to get it to this dude, Franco. Man, it's broke. It's supposed to be in one piece when I deliver it over by some cave entrance behind the pharmacy, but he's broke.
Bummer, man. Maybe just glue it together?
I don't know. I think it's gonna ruin the taste test. This Franco guy is like a bloodhound, but, you know...
Something over there, devil, isn't it? I mean, wait. But the city plans to burn. Must be very important to have to risk life like this, I guess. Not want to give up.
Getting a hot tub with you.
Dead? Oh my God! Jesus Christ! Help me! Help me! Ah!
Suspect is in the garden!
Escort the package out of here! Move!
Go see what the hell that was.
47, your target is onto you and is trying to get away. Your target is almost gone. Hurry.
Someone's
The leader has managed to escape. Lost your chance, 47. Get back to the safe house. I'll be in touch. I'm sorry to say, but failing your campaign has resulted in the Syndicate disappearing off the grid. But we know that nothing is predictable in this line of work. I'm sure you'll get back on the saddle. Let me know when you're ready for your next assignment.